Japan is an enigma. It's the perfect juxtaposition of centuries-old traditions overlapped with lightning speed and cutting-edge technology. Many first-time visitors to Japan are often surprised to learn that, as one of the world's most advanced industrialized nations, this relatively small Asian country also boasts a rich and fascinating history that dates back thousands of years. Discover the best places to visit in the country with our list of the top tourist attractions in Japan. Number 1. Mount Fuji. Without a doubt, Japan's most recognizable landmark, majestic Mount Fuji, or Fujisan, is also the country's highest mountain peak. Towering 3,776 meters over an otherwise largely flat landscape to the south and east, this majestic and fabled mountain is tall enough to be seen from Tokyo, more than 100 kilometers away. Mount Fuji has for centuries been celebrated in art and literature and is now considered so important an icon that UNESCO recognized its world cultural significance in 2013. Number 2. Imperial Tokyo. Tokyo's most famous landmark, the Imperial Palace, with its beautiful 17th century parks surrounded by walls and moats, is a must-see when visiting the nation's capital. Don't be put off by the fact that the majority of the place is closed to the public. It's still in use by the imperial family, but there is still enough to see simply by strolling the grounds. In addition to the many fine views of the palace from numerous points in the surrounding parkland, visitors are permitted into the East Higashi-gyon Garden and other areas that are opened to the public as part of an organized tour. Number 3. Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park. While little needs to be said here about the horrors of the atomic bombing of Hiroshima in August of 1945, much can be said of the incredible efforts this vibrant city has made to commemorate the many victims of the world's first nuclear attack. Perhaps even more importantly, Hiroshima has become a symbol of lasting peace. Visited by more than 1 million people each year, many from overseas, Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park, Hiroshima Heiwan-Kien-kyon, lies at the epicenter of the atomic blast in what was once a bustling part of the city. Number 4. Historic Kyoto. One of Japan's most visited cities, lovely Kyoto, one of the few cities in the country to be spared the devastation of World War II, attracts more than 10 million visitors annually. Most of them are here to explore Kyoto's fine old streets and architecture, much of it unchanged since the imperial family took up residence here more than 1,000 years ago. Even then, the city was Japan's most important cultural center. This legacy, in fact, continues to this day with its many museums and art galleries, each bursting with important sculptures, paintings, and other art forms. Number 5. The Island Shrine of Itsukushima, Miyajima. Just a short ferry ride from mainland Hiroshima is the island of Miyajima, famous the world over as Japan's Shrine Island. Covering an area of 30 square kilometers in Hiroshima Bay, Miyajima is best known as the home of the Itsukushima Shrine, a Shinto temple dedicated to the princess daughters of the wind god Susanoo. Dating from the 8th century, the majority of the shrine's buildings rise out of the waters of a small bay supported only by piles. Number 6. Temple City, Historic Nara. For centuries, the hub of Japanese culture, the lovely unspoiled city of Nara is home to a large number of historic buildings, along with important national treasures and works of art. In addition to its many historic streets, the city boasts numerous important old temples. These include the magnificent 7th century Kofuku-ji Temple, perhaps the best known of the 7 great temples of Nara, and the splendid 8th century Todai-ji, Great East Temple, famous for its huge bronze statue of the Great Buddha, Daibatsu, cast here in AD 749. Number 7. Osaka Castle. Built in 1586 by famous Japanese warrior and politician Toyotomi Hideyoshi, Osaka Castle, Osaka-jo, was at the time the largest and most important fortress in the country. Although destroyed and rebuilt a number of times since, the present structure, built in 1931, remains true to the original. Highlights of a visit include the huge 5-story, 42-meter-tall main tower. Built on an imposing 14-meter-tall stone base, the tower is home to a number of displays detailing the history of the castle and the city. Number 8. Chubu Sangaku National Park and the Japanese Alps. Japan boasts a number of outstanding areas of natural beauty, many of them designated as national parks, or in some cases, UNESCO World Heritage Sites. One of the country's most popular of these is Chubu Sangaku National Park in the center of Honshu. Located in the park's northern and central regions is the group of mountains collectively referred to as the Hida Mountains, or Japanese Alps. This region contains some of the highest peaks in the country, including Hotaka at 3,190 meters and Yari at 3,180 meters. Number 9. The Atsuta Shrine, Nagoya. The Atsuta Shrine, in the heart of the city of Nagoya, is the most important Shinto shrine in Japan and attracts more than 5 million visitors each year. Established in the 1st century, this religious site is famous for its preserved imperial insignia, the grass-mowing sword, Kusanagi no Tsurugi, one of the only 3 in the country. Also of interest are its principal shrine, Hangu, surrounded by an enclosing wall, and the treasury with its numerous works of art, including old and modern paintings, ceramics, jewelry, and traditional masks. While in Nagoya, be sure to also visit Nagoya Castle. This splendid moated complex was built in 1612 and boasts a 48-meter-high main tower that is famous for its 2 gilded dolphins, or shachi. Number 10. Fukuoka Castle Ruins and the city's ancient festivals. The ruins of the once grand Fukuoka Castle, Fuoka-jo, built in the early 1600s, punctuate the middle of Maizuru Park. The castle was once a fine example of the prolific and majestic hilltop homes preferred by shoguns and city rulers. But it was destroyed after the Meiji Restoration as a backlash against the feudal system. Today, only the ruins of the castle remain, including the main gate and one of the turrets. That's it for today, folks. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. Until then, goodbye.